Dear friends, I want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom. This is the first Shabbat of the month of Elul, the final month of the year. This is a very special and powerful month as we close the year and we get ready for a new year with a new beginning, new blessings, new opportunities, and new breakthroughs. In this week's Torah portion of Shoftim, we have the mitzvah of appointing a king. And Hashem commands that the Jewish people should appoint a king. And the Torah gives certain guidelines of what a king is allowed to have or not allowed to own, meaning ensuring that though the king is absolutely wealthy and has absolute power, they are still under the same rules and mitzvahs that every Jew has to follow. And actually a king has to even make a second Torah. Everyone has to write one Torah, they have to write a second Torah to help ensure that they keep and follow everything to the letter of the law. Now this mitzvah didn't apply at all times. It took many hundreds and hundreds of years until we had our first king, Saul, and then finally the kingship and the kingdom of David, who was the first king, and all kings in the future will come from King David. But the idea of the Jewish people appointing a king is different than everyone else. All other nations in the world have a king as their symbol of their identity. We don't need a symbol of our identity. We have Hashem. We have the temple that identified with godliness. We have a shul, Torah, mitzvahs. What is the idea of having a king? So the truth is that throughout the Torah, Hashem refers to us as a kingly nation. It's not just one king. We are all supposed to feel as kings and queens. We are all princes and princesses. We're the children of kings. We're a kingly family. And we have to live our life in a way that feels as if we are kingly. We have to hold our heads high. We have to be proud. We have to be clear of our position. We have to understand that we are here not just to indulge, but we're here to lead, to serve others, to elevate everyone around us, to gather the troops, to follow in the ways of Hashem. Our being a king is one that we always have to remember that we're never second class or victims, but we are God's children. We are God's princes and princesses. And we have to carry ourselves that way as well, at all times and in all situations. And whenever a Jew feels like they're being clobbered and they're being pointed at and they're being chosen out for rebuke and accusations that have no real space in reality and in truth, should never affect the way we truly feel about ourselves. Because someone who comes from the kingly family, no matter where you find yourself, that is who you are. No one can ever take it away. And you have to carry yourself in that form and in that way. So as we prepare ourselves for a new year, we want to crown Hashem as king. He gets crowned king through the Jewish people who are his princes and princesses. So this is the time we have to step up, obviously become more in tune with Hashem through adding in mitzvahs and Torah study and knowledge and prayer. But we have to step up in our sense of identity as true princes and princesses, as people who carry the baton. We carry the name of God wherever we go. When a person sees a Jew, they're seeing God. If they hate a Jew, it's because they hate God. They don't want that master of the world who watches what they do and judges them. But we're proud of that. We're proud of being God's people. We're proud of sharing God with the rest of the world. And if we hold our heads high here in Israel and all over the world, ultimately we will prevail, not just through killing people, but through our stance, our moral stance with values and with purpose will prevail, because all other ways are bankrupt. And bankrupt ideas only have a short shelf life. But Torah, Judaism, the Jewish people, God, it's eternal. Our shelf life is always there. We sometimes are maybe out of the popular, but our shelf life is always there. We always come back to the forefront, running back very quickly. So may God bless you to live truly as a prince and a princess. May you have a Shabbat Shalom. We love you all. Camland Time in Montreal, 7:19 p.m.